think we're like the loud upstairs people.
Have you heard that sounds like someone's walking on the roof sometimes? It sounds like we have neighbors above us.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
And
Maybe it's like animals.
In my room,
Like a raccoon? Or like a crow? Like a really
like
big
feet,
crow?
Like walking. Wow, that would be a huge crow. It could sound like a full man walking.
Oh my God, that would be so scary.
I know. You ever heard that?
No.
I'm going to text you the next time I do.
Okay.
But I feel like our neighbors probably hear us a little bit.
Remember when you dusted you took one of the mats and you were like shaking it outside? Yeah. And they literally came to knock on our door. Okay.
Oops, sorry.
Oops. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are doing good. Back at it. Another episode of Polite as Fuck. We're going to dive right in. We haven't done a rec yeah in a minute, so we're going to start off with that. Did you want to go first?
Sure.
I'm going to make you do it.
Okay.
Even though it was my idea.
Okay. My first rec is TikTok pasta, which I've been making a lot recently. My sister Julia recommended it to me, and it is so easy. It's literally tomatoes, feta cheese, and pasta. And you just bake, like, you put olive oil on the tomatoes and, like, some salt and pepper, like, red pepper flakes. Ooh. And then put the feta in the middle and put some, like, not basil, I don't know, thyme or something on there. Bake it while the pasta's cooking. Mix it all together. It's great. It's so easy and it's so good. And
it looks good every time you make it. I'm like,
thanks.
Wish I could eat cheese.
I feel like feta, that's the other thing too. Feta doesn't really mess up my stomach as much as like mozzarella or Parmesan or something. Because I did make some pasta with Parmesan the other day and it did not end well in my bedroom.
In your bedroom? You didn't even make it to the bathroom.
Well, I just meant my bathroom's in my bedroom. Alright, never mind.
We're feeling silly today.
I just feel a little silly and don't know why. Okay, that's me. Go ahead.
My first one is I just finished this book, which is Wayward by Amelia Hart. I keep wanting to say Amelia Earhart, which is not correct. But I did like my mom and I got the book together and we're reading the book together. And I thought that was like so much fun. I really enjoyed like, you know, it was like a mini book club. We didn't really like talk about it, but knowing like someone else is reading the same book as you is always really nice. And like having it be your parent is like another way to bond. But the book itself was really good. I like books that have different not really like storylines, but like different timelines. Like one was in the 1600s, the next one was in the 1900s, and then the next one was present, and they all kind of come together at the end. And I really enjoyed that. It was really nice. It was very like empowering, like especially it's like a woman's story and like this women's side of the family, and I don't know, it just was really like a super easy read. There's not a lot of books that like within the first, I want to say 10 pages where I'm like, oh, okay, like I love this already. It takes me like a little bit to really get into it. But this book, like right off the bat, I was like, love it. It's great. So recommend that book.
It's called
Wayward, which also didn't know, this may just be because I'm an idiot, but I didn't know wayward is like an old-timey word for weird. I'm like, oh, it's fun. I love it.
Ooh, that's
weird.
Well, my book rec is Lessons in Chemistry, which we read for our book club, which I thought it was really good. I know it took you a second to like get into it, but I really enjoyed the different like perspectives that it goes through. I thought it wasn't like too choppy. It wasn't like hard to follow at all. She even writes for the dog's perspective, which I thought was really unique and like just cute.
Yeah.
Like, because you always wonder what's going on in a dog's brain, and it was cool that she kind of incorporated that into the story. And I felt like it gave me a good perspective on cooking, which we all know is a struggle for me, of it being like a science and experimenting. And I will say, don't watch
the show.
Read the book because it's way better. The show, we're watching it right now, and we're every episode like, what is happening? It doesn't.
The
even
book
follow.
makes you feel good. The show makes you feel angry. Every time it's done, I'm always like, oh, what is happening?
They didn't even follow the storyline. Yeah, it's really annoying. The acting is good, but the writing is like, I don't know why they didn't just stick with what the book was.
Yeah, literally, it's written down for you.
Yeah.
You don't need to go up and down and all around. No, it's a really great book. I like that. And not a lot of books do that, like, dog perspective or do it, like, good.
Well, yeah.
And that was so good. And it makes you, like, feel so good after.
I know. It was a feel good, but also it was really sad, but also
Good.
good.
I love it. My next one is the live action Avatar show. Because I'm such a nerd, I was like waiting for this to come out, and it finally did. And I think I watched it in like one day.
Literally.
All of it. I was so quick.
I came
with
back
it.
and you're like, yeah, I just finished
Just done.
it.
Yeah, finished, done. It's so good. They just came out that they're finished. They're gonna do season 2 and season 3.
Ooh.
I loved it. I know like a lot of people on the interwebs were like, I don't know, the acting, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. It's live action. There's only so much they can do. They followed the storyline. I think the acting was great. I thought the actors are great. I loved it. Ugh. Love, love, love. You guys should watch it. Watch the cartoon Avatar, just because it's like the best one. The live action is really a close second.
Okay, what is the Avatar that's like Disney? Isn't there a
That's
Disney?
the blue people.
Yeah, why are they the same?
I have no idea.
Why are they also avatars?
It's like different. It's like a totally different people. Totally different like
Okay,
vibe.
They don't even relate.
No, not even a little
Worlds
bit.
don't collide.
No.
Okay.
I don't know why they're named the same thing. It's very confusing.
Yeah, I wonder what like avatar, if that has a definition, or if that was a made up word.
I have
And
no
who
idea.
made it up first?
I feel like I should know that.
I don't know why you would, but okay, my last one is kind of cheesy, and I used to do this all the time in like middle school. But writing yourself like mirror messages, or like having a note on your mirror that you look at every day.
Love that.
I did this recently. I'm working on my affirmations, and I wrote a few down and stuck them on my mirror. And honestly, it's been so good, like just seeing them in the mornings. Then I remember to like repeat them to myself, and I feel like it's nice to think of like, yeah, I'll do those things, or like, yeah, I'll get in that routine. But like having some positive message every time you look in the mirror is really nice.
I think it also reminds me of like kind of on brand with what we're talking about today is it takes me back to childhood. Like I loved writing like messages on, and when we were like you and I, oh my gosh, like I loved it. And so doing it now like as an adult kind of makes me feel like I'm a kid again. I'm like, oh, and also like it's like, oh, this is my house. I can do whatever I want. So let me just draw all over my mirror. I can do that.
Yeah.
So I love that. That's a good one.
Thanks.
Yeah. My next one is also kind of on brand with what we're talking about today. My last rec is the Quiet on Set docuseries that came out on HBO, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. It's so sad and ruined my life.
Oh my god.
Ruined my childhood. It is just about the it's like Quiet on Set, the bad side of kids television, I think is like the whole title or something like that. But it goes into the dark side of kids television, and it goes into the dark side basically about Nickelodeon back in the day, like the shows All That and the Amanda Show and Drake and Josh. And I'm sure you guys have been seeing some things circulating about Drake Bell and his, the abuse that happened to him and a few others back in the day. And it's just crazy because like I loved those shows, and we'll talk about today's episode. We're talking about like nostalgic things from back in our childhood. Is that nostalgic? Is that how you say that? Okay. And as I was like watching this show, as well as thinking about like, okay, what did I like to do or watch or see or whatever as a kid, I'm like, Yep, I watched all that. Yes, I watched the Amanda Show, and Drake and Josh was like one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
And to see like the behind the scenes on that was just sad, but very interesting. And yeah, I recommend people watch the full thing, not just like the clips that are popping up on social media. I think there's only like 4 episodes, but it's really good. I recommend, highly recommend. Very interesting. But I also like the film industry, and I like seeing the behind the scenes things. And like recently I made Erica watch the behind the scenes of some Harry Potter thing, and like I just love that kind of stuff. And so seeing like the dark side of it, because we know because we know that there's a dark side, but this was like very intense, kind of like a warning that there is like a lot of, I mean, the whole thing is around like abuse.
What's the guy's name again?
The main guy that they talk about is like Dan Schneider, who is just this like really sexist kind of piece of shit creator through all of that. But there are some other names on there, and it is very, very heavy show, but very interesting. And kind of like, wow, you look back on some of these things and you're like, wow, yeah, I used to watch that, and it's crazy that was happening.
Yeah. I think it also like gives you more empathy for like people like Amanda Bynes, so you're like, what happened to you?
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, wow, well, you had a very fucked up experience.
Yeah.
And this was your childhood, and you, like, had to navigate that on your own, basically.
Yeah.
We were kind of talking about this the other day of, like, it's good that light is getting shed on this stuff, but it sucks that it's, like, a decade after it happened, and these people have already, like, been warped by these experiences so much.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sad, too, because it's, like, yeah, the parents that were involved or not involved, and just kind of like, people say like, oh, I've got it. Like, I've got your kids. Like, I can drive them to their auditions and have them sleep over at my house. And it's like, these parents are just like okay with it. And not to put the blame on anybody other than the abuser, but like it is like a whole industry that like sucks you in. And it's just, yeah, it was very sad.
Yeah.
But recommend it. To watch. But yeah, I think for today's episode we wanted to like dive into some nostalgic things, and I think this ties in perfectly. This Quiet on Set goes into the few shows and movies that we used to watch as kids. And as you can see, Erica's for our YouTube followers and those that are listening, she's wearing our Y2K party shirt.
Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire. That's such a cute shirt too. I love it.
Thanks.
Is Lizzie McGuire one of your shows?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite shows.
Same.
When I got my tonsils out, when I was 7, my bribe, which I don't know what was actually the bribe, if it was like if I don't cry or something. Or like,
if you make it through the surgery.
If I behave in this surgery.
Oh, God.
Then I got the Lizzie McGuire movie on VHS. And I did so well that I also got the CD soundtrack.
Oh, hell yeah. That movie, that soundtrack, everything.
It's so good. I can listen to those songs now and sing every single word, and it, like, makes me so happy.
So happy. I love it.
When she rips off the skirt into the
pants. Iconic. Iconic.
It's one of my favorite scenes.
Oh, my God.
And the little, like, shimmy.
Oh, my God. Just her whole performance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
She played her own twin.
I know, and I thought that was, like, so cool.
The, like, black hair Hillary Duff.
I know. Looking back, I'm like, what was I thinking? But even still, it's funny. It's cute.
What was the Miss Ungermeyer? Ungermeyer? Or whatever?
The teacher or whatever. I can't remember her name. Wow.
I saw for Halloween someone dressed up as her, and I was like, that is amazing.
I love that.
So good.
She's a good actress. She's, like, one of my favorites, too. She's in quite a few things.
Really?
Yeah, I like her a lot. She was in a few, like, Disney show things, I think, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Disney had some great shows. If we're talking about shows, like, That's a Raven. Loved it. Even Stevens, Phil of the Future. Those were, like, my main ones. Did you have other Disney ones?
I did like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Oh, yeah. I also liked, was the Proud Family Disney, or is that Nickelodeon, or what was that? Or is that Cartoon Network?
I think that was Disney. Disney?
So I wasn't allowed to watch a lot of TV, no cartoons really growing up. So I was really only allowed to watch a few things. But I have a list, and some things like I had to Google some things because I'm like, I don't even remember like what I was even allowed to watch. But one show that I loved and was allowed to watch was, do you remember Zaboomafoo?
Oh wow, that was a huge show.
When I had to like look up some things, and when I saw that come up, I was like, "Holy fuck! I love this show." It was education. If that was on now, I would watch it. Like,
is that the one where they sing like "So Long"?
Oh wait,
is that?
I don't think.
No, that's Out of the Box.
Yeah, no. But oh shit, Out of the Box too. I loved that. I loved making forts, and so when you had to like, when all of the, oh my god, like I thought that was magical, like just absolutely magical. Anyway, Zaboomafoo with the lemur or something was amazing.
That was PBS, right?
PBS, yeah, PBS, yeah. I was pretty much only allowed to watch like the PBS shows.
Same, but I watched the cartoons like Arthur,
yeah,
and Cyber Kids.
Yeah, Cyber Kids. I didn't really like Arthur that much. I don't know. I didn't really like the cartoons. I liked more of the live things.
I was the opposite. When those shows came on, I'm like, okay, it's time to go
outside.
Dragon Tales is over. I don't want to watch this.
Oh, God, yeah, Dragon Tales. That's awesome. But yeah, I loved Zaboomafoo. I loved Wild Thornberries. I know that was a cartoon, but that was one of the cartoons that I was allowed to watch, and the movie that came out with it. It was just like, I don't know, I loved the exploring. I wanted that to be my life. Eliza, I think was her name, and I loved it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to be Eliza.
I wasn't really allowed to watch TV either, but like when you would go to friends' houses or when we would like stay up at the lake 1 week a year, basically that was my time to like binge cable TV. Mm-hmm. Not like cartoon or kid shows, but did you ever watch Monk?
No, but that's so funny to me.
I'm so good at acting.
No!
No, are you kidding?
Oh my god. You just burped in my face. Can you go away?
Anyway, Monk, it was like not too scary of a show, but it was like crime scene-y. Because it reminded me of the books that I was reading, which we'll get into later, of like investigative stuff. But I think the other two where my body dysmorphia really started was America's Next Top Model.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved Tyra Banks. I loved like the sets that they would go on, the crazy things that they had to do.
Yeah.
And like,
I practiced when they were like, you have to like be angry with your eyes. I'd be like in the mirror like like literally trying these things, and then when they would get these like horrific haircuts and they had to cut their hair, I'm like, damn,
yeah,
that sucks.
But I was like, I'm going to be a designer. I'm gonna like, because I can't be a model because I'm not that small.
Yeah, I remember that one. I distinctly remember the season where they said that she would have to be a plus size model, and it was only because her tits were big. She was like skinny, all the things, and she just had like big tits, and she was just like, I have to be a plus size model, and I'm like, oh well.
And the other one was, I think this was on TLC maybe, or one of those channels, was What Not to Wear.
I loved that. That's a good one.
When they would like take the person and like give them a whole makeover and teach them how to dress themselves. Basically.
I love that. Wow. Unlocking memories here.
I loved all those fashion shows. And there's like home videos of me. There's one with Shaylin, actually, where I like dressed her up. She was like my model, and I like behind the camera like, work it, girl.
Show angry with your eyes. That's so funny. When my parents were gone, or if I was babysitting someone and I could watch TV, like cable TV, my like bad show that I probably would never be allowed to watch at home was the Bad Girls Club, and I think it was on Oxygen. It was basically like such a bad way of explaining it, but it's like reality TV kind of, where they all like are in one house, and it's just like the bitches of the world like come together. I don't know what the point is. If someone remembers, let me know. But I fucking loved it. And there's this one, I'll never forget. I think it's like a meme now, but like this one girl, like I can't even remember the context, but like got like pots and pans and was like singing like, I can't get any sleep because of you. Y'all not going to get any sleep because of me. And was like banging these like pots and pans. And I'm like, you get it. Like, I love it. That's some shit I would do.
That's where our sass came from.
Yeah, that's where the sass came from. So that was like my naughty show that I would watch. I loved it. Same with like, do you remember those like dating, like,
Flavor Flav?
Flavor Flav!
Yes,
oh my god, yes!
What was it, like Flavor of Love?
Some dumb shit. Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. That was good. And the clock! Why? What is happening? That's awesome.
Who was the main girl from that one?
Wasn't her name like Tequila something?
Yeah. And there was another one. I didn't watch this one as much, but the rock of love or something.
The rose. The guy that sings every rose has a thorn or something like that. Yeah, and he would do like basically like The Bachelor.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, those shows. VH1, that was crazy.
But going back, I think the only other two like significant. Oh, I loved Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That was like my favorite. And every time the theme song would come on, I'd be like, I would like be going off. I fucking loved it. But the two like movies, I know we said shows, but like the two movies that I think are like in my brain forever are all the Cheetah Girl movies.
Oh.
I'm not even gonna do it.
We watched the scene the other day of.
They're in the second movie when they're in Spain and they're at like a restaurant or something that's outside, and some guy starts playing the guitar, and what's her name? The Latina girl starts like humming or doing like the melody. I can't even do it. I can't do it. And everybody's just like in a restaurant, like what? This is not so real, bad. But also love it. And also Mean Girls.
Oh,
Mean
my
Girls
gosh,
will
Mean
hold.
Girls is still a staple.
Yeah, a special place in my heart.
The fact that they tried to redo that
as a musical. Sorry for those people that liked it, but absolutely, yeah, I didn't watch it either. And I'm like, no, because there's only one Mean Girl.
You can't recreate that.
Yeah, I loved it so much.
I quote that movie probably daily.
Oh, same. And I remember, oh God, I would make my cousins play Mean Girls, and I would be Regina George. And I just remember in Florida, like owning our little like the like street that we lived on, that my grandparents lived on, and I would just be like, okay, we're gonna do this, and like we'd have like our bikes and our rollerblades, and I'd be like, I'm the mean girl. I was just like, oh my gosh, it hurts. I can't even finish it. I can't even talk.
I did that with my cousin Savannah with Powder Puff Girls.
Oh yeah.
Blossom, what was it? Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup.
Yeah.
And we always made Savannah be the green one because we didn't like that one.
I liked the green one.
And she was like grumpy all the time.
Yep. Sounds about right.
I was Blossom and my cousin was Bubbles. Anyway.
Oh, I loved it.
We could go off on the shows, but maybe we should talk about toys.
Toys.
I have so many right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I was not really a toy person. I think my sisters were more toy people, but there's like a 7-8 year age difference between them, so like I didn't really, their toys were a little bit different, so I didn't really have like too many. I think the one toy that I think like I loved were Beanie Babies. Those were my favorite. I loved Beanie Babies, the dog ones. I loved them. I had a Cocker Spaniel one that I think her name was Lucky, and I loved her. And I know when I left the house, my mom threw her away. Thanks, Mom. No, I'm just kidding.
So you have so many. Did you ever have a Webkins?
No, I didn't. I did not do any toy like the Tamagotchis or whatever.
You never did Tamagotchi?
Nope. Furbies or whatever. Those scary looking things.
I didn't. Yeah, I never really had them.
I didn't have like any toys. I didn't really like them.
Okay, what about like a Skip It? The thing that you would swing around on your leg.
Oh yeah.
Hit you in the
yes, yeah. Oh, my other one that I had on here was Heelys. Did you have Heelys?
Savannah did, but
those were my toys. I loved Heelys.
Heelys were good. Razor scooters.
Yeah.
Also break your shins. Those were fun.
But, okay, Razor scooters, my thing that I think about Razor scooters all the time is, you remember when, like, the wheel would become, like, really crooked and, like, the alignment with the steering would get fucked up, and so you would put your 2 feet up against the wheel and, like, turn the handle so it'd be lined up again?
I don't think mine ever got that bad.
Really? I feel like I did that all the time. What the fuck was I doing with my Razor scooter?
The way you're describing that, I'm like...
You never did. Like, I would put my... Anyway, I just described it. I don't need to describe it again. But when my alignment in my car is fucked up, I'm like, I wish I could just get out and have someone hold the tires and really straddle the car. I think about it quite often.
That's funny. No, I never had that issue. But yeah, Skip Its, were you, like, into Polly Pockets at all?
No, I like the taste of them.
Yeah, a little rubber.
Yeah, the rubber chewing, and other than that.
What about, like, did you collect stickers? Lisa Frank? Were you big on Lisa Frank?
No, I don't even know who Lisa Frank is.
So, like, she would do, like, the rainbow, like, animal things. Like, she had, like, makeup, too, that you could do.
No.
Okay. Wow. What about the Wii?
We did have a Wii, but that was more for my sisters. That was, like, past my time. Like, when we got a Wii was when I already had a phone. So I was already like, no, I'm not gonna play. Yeah. It's like being sassy.
Got a Wii, I was like, everyone come over. Let's play. What was the dancing game? Just Dance, I think.
Dancing. Yeah, probably Just Dance. I like the bowling. I was good at that.
One. There was another body dysmorphia thing. There was, like, a Wii Fit, and there was this board that you could stand on. My sister sent me, like, a video the other day of, like, it's making, like, this cute little sound, and it would always say that, like, you're obese.
Oh, God, I hate that. Fucking thanks a lot, Wii.
Like, based on your weight, it's like, you're obese. Like,
great, love that. I'm like 12 years old.
I gotta play tennis.
Yeah.
Some more.
That's what it did.
Okay, did you have a Nintendo DS?
We didn't do any video games. I always got so jealous because when my cousin came to live with us, when she lived in Florida, she had Guitar Hero and would be like the boss at Guitar Hero. And every time I would go visit, I would try and I could just not do it. And so I was like, fuck it, I don't even want these stupid toys. I hate video games. Yeah, I didn't have like a Nintendo, any of that. Game Boy.
That was the only thing that we did have. And my sisters and I, well, really just, I think, Savannah, they're on the Nintendo DS, there's this thing called PictoChat, which is basically, like, texting, but you had to be, like, in the same room where it wouldn't work.
So talking?
So we'd, like, yeah, literally. We'd, like, have sleepovers in our room and, like, be, like, texting each other, and then my mom would come in and we, like, stick our...
Oh, my God.
...under the pillow.
That's so cute. I love that. The only other toy I have on here are those plastic lightsabers that you would like go like this and it would fling out and then you could like put it back in. I loved those. That was my toy. That was my Nintendo.
We were just a little different.
Yeah.
The toy department.
Yes.
What about My Scene or American Girl?
No.
Okay.
I didn't really like dolls. I thought they were creepy. I was afraid that Toys R Us. Toy Story really fucked me up because I was like, my toys are going to come alive.
Oh, wow. That scared you.
It didn't scare me, but I was like, I don't want it. I don't want
Really? I wanted to, like, catch them. Like,
yeah. You would, like, close
like,
the door.
I'm asleep and then they're, like,
awake and talking. If my Beanie Babies came alive, that would be cool, but other than that, yeah, I wasn't really a toy person.
Okay, then I'm going to stop listing toys.
No, I want to know. Do you have more?
I think the only other one I had was Mad Libs, which wasn't really a toy, but that was more of like, we did that on road trips. Mm-hmm. What's an adjective? What's a noun? And then you tell the funny story.
Yeah.
I thought they were really funny.
They were really
I still have one, actually. I think if we want to play Mad Libs, we could.
Next year, Uno.
Yeah.
No, I also liked, it's not really a toy, but a lot of the like art stuff from back in the day. You remember those like blocks of paint and it would be like a rainbow and they were like hard and you would like take a brush in water, like those foam brushes, and like rub against the blocks and then like make rainbows out of it.
No,
I'm
it
not.
sounds really
I feel like
cool,
I'm
though.
not doing a good explanation. And then the like rainbow scratchers.
Yeah.
Where it'd have like
Those were cool.
Yeah, I think that's all I can remember.
We should do the thing. Well, do we want to do books next? Or style?
I think maybe do books with lifestyle and then do fashion.
Oh, wait, I forgot one more I want to say.
One more toy.
Well, it's not really a toy, but I hope that you had a CD player.
Yes. My CD player, I don't know if it was my first CD, but my favorite CD was Sierra's album, the Goodies one, whatever album that was called. I loved it. I loved it.
Would you like take yours on the bus?
Mm-hmm. Everywhere. Road trips, swim meets, everything. Everywhere.
Standing at the bus stop, I just always felt like I was in a movie. I'm like, no one gets me.
Or when you would like look out the window and it's raining of the car and you're just like, oh.
You're like leaning, listening to your CD.
Oh my God. My parents probably like looking in the rear view mirror like, what the fuck is she doing? You just like, my life is so miserable. Look at this rain. Look at the clouds.
It only got worse when MP3 players came out. Because then I could download any song that I wanted for anything.
Yeah.
And actually do you remember Zunes? Zune?
No.
It was like the knockoff iPod. Because I wasn't getting an iPod, so I got a Zune. And the screen was so small. But you could download movies onto it. And I downloaded, I think it was like the iCarly movie or something.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Just would watch it in the car. And that makes me think of portable DVD players. Did you guys have those in your van or anything?
We had like, our van had the player in it. But all of it was for the fucking kids, for Sophia and Isabella. And so it would be like those leapfrog learning things, Milo and Otis or whatever that fucking cat dog thing was called. Little House on the Prairie, which I know you like, but I can't fucking stand that show. And the Green Gables. Oh God, it just like makes me sick thinking about being in the back of that car watching that and the kids like, and then they would fall asleep and so it would just be that like, you know, the play pause part repeating and repeating and repeating and I just be like, someone turn it off. I have to watch Leapfrog and the ABCs one more time. I'm gonna lose my mind. Get me out of this fucking van. That was van life for me. Everybody's talking about van life. That's our van life.
Yeah, the minivan life. Well, we didn't have them built in until our later van. So we had the portable ones, which was nice because then like a few of us were watching on one screen and a few were watching on a different screen.
Like two different things.
So
that's nice.
Yeah, the older kids in the back.
Yeah, could watch Shrek or something fun.
Yeah.
Not Milo and Otis. Ugh, God. Next, fashion. Should we dive into some fashion things?
Yeah.
Whew.
Y2K fashion is back, but I gotta say, they're not doing it in the way that we didn't have to, but the way that it's cuter now.
Yeah.
You know? Like, gaucho pants?
With the big, thick flip-flop sandals or whatever that you would just like.
The ones I had were flip-flops.
Mine were the ones that you just like slip your foot in. Slides, but not. Yeah. Like, but chunky.
Like platform. I had platform flip-flops. And at church camp, one year we hot glued buttons on the straps of the flip-flops.
Oh my gosh.
So it'd make them even uglier. And then the next year we tied, it was like fabric chunks to the straps on the flip-flops. And so gross.
I don't need to know.
Just like how dirty it would get, and then it's all caught in the fabric.
Why?
Because we're crafty, because we're women, I really did like that part of church camp, when you could, 1 hour a day, you would go to the craft tent and work on something, and that was one of the crafts.
Church camp. Sounds super fun. My first thing for fashion is layers on layers on layers. Yeah. And I remember distinctly, I think it was start of 8th grade year when I was like fresh into Nevada and like out of my homeschooling years, and I was like, I need to be looking fly. And my mom was like, you don't need an undershirt to your undershirt to your shirt. And I was like, yes, I do.
Because you needed the lace one.
Yes. Purple lace, and then the white, and then the shirt.
And then
the
shirt.
floral,
Yeah.
some sort of graphic, ugly piece of shit shirt. And then the gaucho pants.
And then the platform flip-flop.
Or the flare pants, and I'm already so short, so my flare pants, when they would get rips, I think it would be so cool. I'd be like tripping dragging, and the back would just be like muddy, and I mean, we lived in Nevada too, so all that snow and mud and gunk would just get on there, and I'd be like, this is the style.
You don't understand.
You don't understand. I distinctly remember having like a conversation with her in, oh shoot, what is that store? I don't even Justice, and being like, Mom, I have to get this, like this, and she's like, you don't need, I distinctly remember her saying these words, you do not need an undershirt to your undershirt to your shirt. Yes, I do. And then those like horribly padded bras.
I was about to say, and then what was it called? Bombshell bras?
Bombshell bras.
I never got one. But I remember our friend had one, and I, like, put it on, and your boobs are literally, like, up here.
How you doing? Doing good.
It starts here.
We're like 11. There was nothing even in there.
No. It's so bad.
So bad.
I also put, this was a little bit before that time, was the butterfly clips. Which I think are so cute.
Yeah.
Like, when you would do the little, like, headband with butterfly clips. Do you remember shrugs? I think that's what they were called. They were like mini cardigans. Like they were like a short sleeve and like a little like.
Yes.
I really wanted to do.
Like why?
I don't know.
But love.
It was like the smallest little jacket.
With the buttons that wouldn't button, they'd just be like flopping in the wind. Oh my god. Side bangs.
Oh.
We both were
the side
queen.
bang gang.
Yeah, I loved side bangs. It was just perfect. I'll share on like our story or maybe a few pictures for you guys of my first. I'm just going to show you right now because this was my first day of 8th grade year. Are you ready?
I'm so excited.
I don't think you're ready for it. It gets worse the more you look at it. It's god awful. We'll show
it to the camera.
I hope you guys can see that.
It's so good.
That's
the colorful pants. I forgot about that. Mm-hmm. When colorful skinny jeans. Wasn't there a song about skinny jeans? There was a song about skinny jeans.
Was there? I can't remember.
We might get like taken off if we play it. You know how if you like play a song that's not...
yeah.
If skinny jeans. Do you remember New Boys?
Yeah.
Okay, there was a song. It was their album, Skinny Jeans and a Mic. Look at this album cover.
Oh my god. Yeah, I would have fit right in. Just put me right in the middle.
And Ellie. Wait, we have to do that as a Photoshop. Okay. You're a jerk. I know. You're a jerk. I know. You're a jerk.
I love it.
That was good. I had hoop earrings, so I'm wearing them today, but no, the hoop earrings I had were like hoops.
Yeah.
And then I would wear fat diamonds. I don't know who I was. Like the biggest fake diamonds and then the biggest hoops you could find.
I fucking love it. Claire's. Love Claire's.
Yeah. Do you remember the little earrings that look like
the spikies?
Spikes?
Yeah. Emo days. Loved those.
Yeah.
PF Flyers. So in the movie Sandlot, what's his name? The main character was like my crush. Like absolutely loved him, and he had PF Flyers.
I don't know what that is.
And
are those shoes?
yeah, they're shoes. They're like Converse kind of. And I was like, I begged my mom for some, and I wanted them all black. And I was just, my emo was really coming out in those years, and I fucking loved them. And I'm like, why did I want boy shoes?
Well, I wanted DC's.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You remember the Echo, like Echo, the panda? Oh my god, oh my god.
I wrote other brands, Mud.
Yep.
With the double D.
Yeah.
Limited edition.
Yep. Yep.
We talked about Justice. American Eagle and like Abercrombie, but like back in the day when it was like A and E.
Yeah.
Like or like Aeropostale.
It's cute now, but back in the day, I mean, back in the day it was probably cute too, but like, oh my god. When you would walk in and like the smell and the darkness of the, oh god, of that store.
Yeah.
Sweatsuits. Purple, pink, black, juicy on the butt. Oh, love.
I never really could get those, but I liked them.
I loved them. Love
afar.
mine. And then plastic jewelry. All the like necklaces and earrings and everything. Bracelets. You remember I remember when I Love Boobies, those bracelets came out. I was not allowed to wear those. And so when I was at school.
Didn't we get them at the mall?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. And I had to hide it because my mom was not. And I was like, it supports breast cancer. She's like, no, you're not allowed. And then I would hide it and then go to school and put it on. And then, oh my God, like, why? Just walking around with I Love Boobies on my...
I know. Yeah.
And I just thought it was so cool. Silly bands.
Mm-hmm. Friendship bracelets, or charm bracelets, actually.
Charm bracelets.
That would, like, rip your arm hairs out.
Yeah.
Yeah, some good stuff. It's kind of fun that it's coming back, but it's also, like, I'm glad it's coming back in, like, a cute way instead of, like, how we were wearing them before.
Yeah, but I still feel like I can't wear it now because it just takes me... I can't. Yeah. And, like, you guys can do it.
Wrong.
I can't. I feel like I need to layer, like, blue eyeshadow and then put mascara on my bottom lashes and I'll be fine. That's... Capris. Oh, God. I remember getting jeans and specifically rolling them up to look like capris.
Every photo I see of myself in capris, I'm like, those are not flattering.
No.
Those didn't do anything for you, girl.
No.
I do have, like, capri leggings. Like, they're, like...
But, like, workout leggings.
Yeah, workout.
Yeah, like, not jeans
no,
the capri gaucho pants that would just be, like, right below your knee. Oh, my God. Hurts to think about.
Oh, the fashion.
All the fashion. Yeah, those are my for fashion. And the next one that we have is like just lifestyle things. I put so much in this category. It's like all over the place. Okay. I'm so excited.
You should start, Jen.
The first one is just, we kind of talked about this in our inner child episode, but I just loved exploring and like, I just have to be home when the street lights came on. Yeah. I don't know if that was, like, military. I feel like I did that even when I didn't live on base, but I loved that part of my childhood, and I feel like people don't really do that anymore. Also, like, street lights don't seem to be, like, now there's no, you can call them. Funny story, side note, when my sisters were growing up, my mom, God, this is so funny. My mom had a cowbell. And the girls, we lived on base, so they could go off and basically do whatever they want. But my mom would open the front door and ring her cowbell for the girls to come home. So we were that family that like 5:30 be like, like 10 minutes later, Sophie and Isabella with like mud and dirt and sticks coming out of everywhere, looking like freaking troll people. We just come rocking up to the house. And I feel like no one else, like that was a staple in our home, was that damn fucking cowbell.
Yeah, we didn't have that, but I did play outside.
You did explore, just didn't have a cowbell calling you home.
That was like, I put home phones on there because it's like, you get home from school or whatever, like you want to play with your friend on the weekend, you're like trying to get a hold of them on the home phone, but also like scared to call them because you don't want their parents to answer because it's scary to talk to the adult.
Yes.
And then you're on the home phone and it's like, okay, do you want to meet up in 20 minutes at the park? And like you ride your bike over and hope that they're going to meet you there.
Oh, God, I love it.
I do too.
Those days, it's just hard. It's hard to talk about because I miss it so much.
I do too. In the sense of like, like, technology is great. Okay, I'm going to sound like a geriatric millennial. But, like, that not needing to be in constant contact with everyone and not even knowing what else is going on in the world. Mm-hmm. Like, there was no social media. There was no way to really even know what was happening. You just have your little bubble. You have your little life. You go hang out with your friends. and you aren't like doing things because you're worried about what other people are going to see or think because it's not online.
Yeah. That was on mine, is like just being blissfully ignorant. Like, I just feel like because there was no phones, like, yeah, it's great that the kids nowadays are getting more involved with things and learning more and getting a little bit more prepared for their adult life, whatever. But I just, like, had no idea. I did not give a fuck about anything. I was just out being a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I got into some
interesting
situations.
Like, stupid, silly things.
But, like, kid things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Loved it.
I know. And I also think about, like, not that I think I did anything that was worthy of, like, cancel culture, but just that, like, the anxiety that I think the younger generation has of, like, doing the right thing and, like, who's watching. And I guess it's, like, in a way good to be, like, will someone see this? Like, I'm gonna make the right choice. But, like, I made stupid decisions and did dumb things and, like, got reprimanded and, like, learned from that. But if someone, like, had filmed it or something, or, like, I don't even know.
Fully. I totally agree with that. Like, yeah, maybe not anything, like, horrible, but still enough. Like, you test things, you hear things, you learn things, you say things. And back then, like, nothing was being filmed, or no one was, like, putting it up, or I wasn't putting it up. And now it's, like, as a kid, that's, like, part of development is just, like, testing things. And nowadays, it's, like, if you post something now, just by learning, like, you're done for. And that's, like, such a shame.
I know.
So sad.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the positive.
Back to positive things. Waiting for the computer to turn on.
Oh, my gosh.
It was, like...
you hear it.
Literally. And you would turn it on, and then you would go do something, and then come back and be like, okay, like, here it is. I distinctly remember that, as well as, like, the screensavers. I feel like, yeah, we're great with technology, but, like, what the fuck is up with our screensavers? I remember when they had, like, the little aquarium and the fish would, like, swim by. What happened to that? Bring that back.
I know.
It's like a TV show. I would just sit there and watch the fish.
That was fun.
Or, like, the lightning that would be boom. I loved it.
Those were good. I had making dance routines, or, like, any type of, like, routine, like gymnastics or something.
Remember when we made a dance routine here? Didn't we, like, post it or something?
Oh, yeah. We were, like, reenacting the one that we had done of California Girls or something.
Yeah. Love it, though.
It was so fun. Those
core memories.
Like, literal core memories from my childhood. But yeah, I even did those in, like, middle school and stuff with friends and, like, going over to their house and, like, do you want to make a dance routine?
Love it. Hell yeah. This is picking the song, pausing. No, I think we should do it like this.
Yeah.
Dare. All those, like, Dare.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's just a core memory. Sometimes I see people, like, with the shirts, and I'm just like, wow, that's awesome. Like, I love that.
Did you have grape?
No. Grape?
Great. Gang resistance education and training.
Wow, I honestly don't even know what DARE stands for.
Drug abuse resistance education? Drug abuse.
Sure.
Something.
Yeah.
Drug abuse is the first two.
Got it.
I think the last one's education. Anyway. We had great. We had DARE and great. And great, they brought people from that China Springs or whatever.
Oh my
into
God.
the classroom to talk to us about, like, their gang life.
Dude, our education system back then really done fucked us up. Like, the day that Erica got into a car crash and had to die and you had to write me.
Yeah.
Like, that's so traumatic. That was so traumatic.
Yeah, that was called every 15 minutes.
I still have your letter that you wrote me.
I
still have it. And it's so interesting.
It's so funny.
Just talking about boys the whole time.
Literally what I would tell my friend if I died.
Don't go back.
Boys don't matter. Don't go back to him.
Like a freshman. Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, those type of programs were wild.
That's crazy that they did that.
I know. And I distinctly remember being like, I'm never joining a gang.
Scared you straight. Same with the cigarettes.
Scared straight.
Oh, is that...
Did you watch that show?
No.
They would take kids that were, like, probably going to be in the prison system if they keep it up and scare them straight by taking them to, like, a maximum security prison where everyone's, like...
Who allowed this to happen? Like, what in the world? Yeah, let's scare them. That'll help. Let's
I like
add
watching
some,
that show, though.
sprinkle some more trauma in their life. That'll help sort it out.
Yeah.
But like the cigarette campaigns of like no smoking, that's why I never smoke cigarettes. I still don't smoke cigarettes or vape or any of that because I grew up just
With the
like
lungs?
yeah, that I'm like, oh my god. It's not funny. It's really not. But I'm like it did its job.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No. No. Passing notes in class.
Oh,
I feel
my
like people
gosh.
don't do that anymore because they could just like text in class. That's like the secretive thing. Or if you
Yeah.
would leave it in their like little thing under the desk, you know,
Uh-huh.
or when you had to make your own like cardboard mail boxes and like put it on your desk for like Valentine's Day and things. Like I loved that.
Notes, yeah.
For like check yes or no. I loved that. Love
Me
it.
too. Let's bring that back.
I know.
But we're also not in school. I feel like that was the thrill of it all. Of like, pass this to
So yeah.
whoever over there.
Yeah.
And like hope that they don't open it. It's like, no, pass it.
Yeah. Not you. Oh my god.
I think you're really cute.
Yeah. I like you. Do you like me? Yes? Maybe? No?
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh. Cereal boxes.
Oh, box tops for education.
Box tops for education. I was just like, I collected them and then my mom was like, fuck no, we're throwing these away. We don't need to do this
I collected
shit.
them and turned them in and I'm like, what do I get? What did you guys get with those?
Yeah. Did that, what happened? What was that? What was that
Did
for?
they use them? Did they
Who
get
knows?
the 10 cents or whatever from me?
knows? The teacher's just like, great.
Thanks for cutting out cardboard. And it would freaking hurt. You'd have to really like get in there to get those
I know
off.
they put it in the worst possible spot, but I love cereal boxes. All the fun things like
You
on
would,
the,
like, read
back.
on the back.
Yeah,
Or when
and
there
then
were
their
toys.
prizes. Yes, I loved them.
There was a movie, it was called like, well, speaking of My Scene, which was like a knockoff Barbie doll. I think it was like My Scene Takes Jamaica or something. And it was like this 15-minute movie. And my grandma was not very mobile, but she would like watch me and my cousin. And we were just little brats, but we would like put the movie on and like go and play. And my grandma's just stuck in the chair watching the show. And she was like, I don't want to watch this movie.
Please turn it off. That is so funny. Speaking of cereal, drinking milk. I feel like that was a core memory.
It is, but I just thought of doing that right now.
It's such a core memory. I loved milk. I can't. That's probably why my stomach is fucked
cereal
up.
with the like sugar in it.
Where you were like the bowls with the straws in
Yeah.
it, so you would
Oh my
eat and then
gosh.
like suck it
The
up.
cereal straws. Do you remember those?
Yeah, the Fruit Loops and Cheerio and all that stuff.
Yeah, those were cool.
That's crazy. I once saw, pretty recently, I should have shared it with you. I saw like a Instagram reel of some lady saying like, us millennials ate preservatives, so we're preserved. Like this is gonna stay like this for a long time. And she was like, all you Gen Zers are aging like your organic fruit. And I'm like, it just cracked me up because I'm like,
That's
chemicals are just all up and down this
yeah.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
Spray tans, getting in those
Tanning
the
beds.
tanning beds. Oh my god,
Yeah.
crazy.
For some reason, like the Trix yogurt. It was like so sweet, and it had like 3 different colors in it.
Like, why did we
Why did
have
we
so much
eat that?
dairy? It's like,
Yeah.
that's why my stomach
I
is
think
fucked
there was,
up.
Yeah, like dairy campaigns happening.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Maybe we talked about this at swim meets when they were saying like chocolate milk is a recovery drink.
Yes.
And they were giving out chocolate milk.
Oh, I loved it. I would slurp it down.
I mean, too, but then I'd be like trying to warm up again, and I'm like, I'm gonna throw up.
Drink more milk. Oh my god, yeah. No,
That's weird.
That's too much.
Yeah, why?
Rainforest Cafe.
I never went there.
The volcano brownie thing that they had. Oh my god. Rainforest Cafe is like, I wonder if there's any still. I loved it. It was like, I wanted to go there for my birthday. I wanted to go there for the kids' birthdays.
I was an
I
Applebee's gal.
loved it. Of course you were an Applebee's
Or a
gal.
Sizzler, because they had the buffet with unlimited soft serve.
What was that? Ruby Tuesdays. Do you remember that too? They had a buffet. Like Soup Plantation, all of those places. But yeah, Rainforest Cafe was off
Well, I
the
think
charts.
because you were in California, they didn't have, or wherever you were at the time,
Yeah.
they didn't really have those in Nevada.
No, they did not. They had an Applebee's though. Still do, unfortunately.
Still do. One of the few restaurants surviving. I want to talk about books really quick.
Okay.
I'll just list my list.
Okay.
But Hardy Boys, I was into Nancy Drew, but I kind of like the Hardy Boys more.
I don't even know what that is.
It was like the boy version of Nancy Drew.
Oh, okay.
Junie B. Jones, The Babysitters Club.
No.
Goosebumps.
Yeah. Loved Goosebumps.
Ramona and Beezus.
No.
Little House on the Prairie.
Absolutely not.
Did you ever read the Disney fairy books?
No.
They were like mini chapter books. It was like Tinkerbell's and her posse. It was all about the fairies.
No. Oops, sorry.
That was my Aquatar from my youth.
Aquodar. What? What letters?
Aquatar. I don't know.
My Aquotar from childhood was Magic Treehouse. I loved those books. Those were the best. Wow, I'm spitting everywhere. Ellie, stop. It's gross.
Magic Treehouse was really good.
But yeah, I'm trying to remember. I did not like reading as a kid. I felt like I read way too slow, and then when I had to,
like, the points you had to get. Did you have?
The reading
club
Harry Potter, and my mom would just check it off for me.
What was it called?
I don't know, but then you would have to take those like little mini quizzes on the computer.
Yeah,
I hated that. I hated reading. It took me a really long time to like reading again. That's why I like Harry Potter so much. Is because that's. Like, I didn't really get into that until I was, like, in high school. Because I was like, I don't like reading. Like, let me start with something small. I felt like, I don't know. Hated that. But Magic Treehouse was really good. I feel like, yeah, Junie B. Jones was awesome. I'm trying to think of other books that I read. I don't think... this is, like, way, way young. But the thin books that had the gold binding, that, like, collectibles, loved those were all like different, and they had like some Disney ones in there.
Yeah,
those were that's it for my books.
That's fine.
Let's see, I have just a few more. Oh yeah, the portable CD player with Sierra's album, the Discovery Channel stores, and just like malls in general as a kid. And I just remember being like old enough, the smell, and being old enough to be like, okay, you go to these 3 stores and then meet me in this store. And like the first one I would go to is the Discovery Channel one, where you could like look through the telescope and it had like all of these like gadgets and stuff. I loved it. Love.
I liked the Disney store.
Yeah, Disney stores were awesome. That's where I got all my Beanie Babies, like all my stuffed animals, which now the kids call them stuffies. Did you ever call your stuffed animals stuffies?
No.
Yeah. Kids are weird. And then the Brain Quest cards. Do you remember those?
Yeah, those were cool.
When I worked with kids and I would be in charge of like ordering things, I would get them things from like my childhood that I wanted, and I got them like a shit ton of Brain Quest, and I think they used it once and that was it.
They were so fun.
I know, I loved them. And then also those like Velcro mitts and the ball that you would like throw.
I'll be honest. That kept me entertained for about 5 seconds. Because then the Velcro wouldn't catch it or something, and it kept falling off, and I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah, or like at the beach, and it would get all sandy and gross. Yeah, that's true. And the scoop balls, like with the scooper.
I just didn't have coordination, so I just didn't really like catching.
Makes sense. Hula hoops, double dutch.
Yeah.
All that fun stuff.
Yeah, that was good. My last one is computer games.
Yes. Okay, what...
I wrote down Oregon Trail. Ellie!
I'm sorry.
The Oregon Trail? You never played that game.
No.
You had to like fill your wagon and you basically die in 0.2 seconds once you left.
No. Fill your wagon. I feel like that's like some Mormon thing. Of course you would do the Oregon Trail. Sorry.
It was fun. Actually, it was really frustrating. Pajama Sam?
No.
Oh my god. Putt-Putt? The little car? Okay,
I think the only computer game I remember is like the Lilo and Stitch sandwich. The sandwich one. Where he would go in the fridge and you would have to like
was that like
make
on
a sandwich.
freecomputergames.com?
I have no idea. I can't even remember how I got onto these like websites. I can't even remember what
discs that you could play. Zoombinis?
No.
The little, like, purple guys?
No.
What about Millsberry?
No.
Okay, Club Penguin.
Yeah. Okay, yes,
Okay,
yes,
we'll
yes.
end with that.
Club Penguin. I love Club Penguin. Yeah, that was, I think.
That was, like, those were one of the first, Millsberry and Club Penguin was one of the first where you're, like, you're aware of other people on the internet.
Yes.
You have your little world, but, like, you can go out and, like, be social with other penguins.
Yeah, and all that chat stuff.
Yeah.
Started, like, happening. Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's got to be.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, the rated R. What was that, Omegle?
I feel like we did that a lot.
We did. Not a lot, but, like, a decent amount of times. But
Whenever there was no
like,
parent
hiding
supervision.
the camera.
Yeah. Or, like, covering it so we could see. Yeah, that was...
So creepy.
So I can't, like, why did we do that?
I think it's still a thing.
I think so, too. And there was, like, another one. It was Omegle and something else. There were, like, two.
If you don't know what that is, it's, like, a random webcam that you can just, like, click through and see, like, who's, like, random people's webcams.
Yeah.
And a lot of gross old men.
Yeah.
Doing nasty things.
Yeah. That's crazy. I totally forgot about that.
And we're, like, giggling, like, oh my gosh! Next one.
Oh, God. The things we got into. Like, TPing and egging people's houses. Or, like, forking them, where you would take, like, a fork in their lawn.
Do you remember when we snuck out and we went to go TP someone's house? I'm not going to say who. But they were, like, outside. So we just, like, rolled the toilet paper down the driveway and, like, ran back home.
Yeah. Were you with me when we were saran wrapping the stop signs?
No, I think that might have been Jordan.
Yeah, I can't remember who else was there, but yeah, we saran wrapped stop signs, but our dumbasses put it too high. So the first car that came to the stop sign went directly under.
Wait, oh my gosh, you're saran wrapping so they'd hit?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's dangerous. But also,
in the dark. And then the NH,
the
the friggin' Nevada Highway Patrol came and fucking saw, oh my God, and we're like hiding in the back of her truck. It was like this whole thing.
Oh my gosh, they never caught you?
I don't know. Who knows? I don't think so. I feel like I would have remembered that.
Wow. The things we did.
So many things. So many things.
This was fun.
This was so fun. I needed this. Like, I feel like it was like a release.
Yeah.
How
we had
fun.
a crazy childhood. I'm curious, like, what, like, my younger brother, we're, like, 10 years apart, if he talks about his childhood, like, what are the things he's gonna remember as, like, nostalgic?
Well, I mean, I think, my sisters and I are so close. So when Sophia and I are talking, or Issa and I are talking about, like, childhood stuff, they'll name these TV shows and games, which, like, I'm vaguely, like, aware of because I was there, but not ones that, like, I was involved.
Mean something to
Exactly.
You. Yeah.
And then they'll just get annoyed because then Issa and I will start talking about stuff and they'll be like, oh my God, here we go. Can't relate. But it's so interesting. Like, all the new, like, TV shows that came out on Disney when I was just, like, so not watching that anymore. So.
I will say, I don't think shows like that are ever gonna come back again.
Mm-mm.
Or, like, like, the music is so different. The fashion trends come and go. But toys like that, just that lifestyle, I feel like that was the end of any type of that lifestyle. Mm-hmm. Because now we have cell phones and
you can choose anything from every generation now and, like, make it your own. But, like, that time was, like, the last, this is the style, this is it. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
I know.
And I used to love, like, pop music. And now I'm like, it's just not the same.
No.
Britney Spears was my bitch. I fucking loved her. I distinctly remember, like, listening to her on the way up to ski trips and then skiing down the mountain, like...
It's Britney, bitch.
As a 5-year-old. Poor Britney.
Stuff. Well, I hope this was a trip down memory lane for y'all, too. And you remember any of these things and could relate. If you have any other memories that we forgot, toys, things, send them our way, because this was really fun.
So much fun.
Also was kind of hard to, like, find stuff. Like, I was looking up, like, toys from the 2000s or, like, songs from the 2000s, and it's like, I'm like, did we all have the same experience because I don't remember these things that you're
I know.
listing.
Well, even us, like, talking about it now, there's so many that I think, like, we both had and then different ones too. It's just it's so
wild.
interesting. But once you start thinking about it, like, more and more, like, start to come into your mind. You're like, oh my gosh.
It was a fun time.
Very.
Anyway, that's all we have for y'all, but you can find us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Polite as Fuck Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.